I'm Roy Berko. I'm a theater critic with Cool Cleveland and Broadway World. And my connection with Dobama has been, I've been around since the very instance that it was founded. We were doing picnic at Euclid Little Theater. Don told us that he was going upstairs to talk to the board about his choice of place for the next year. Left. 10 seconds later, the door flew open. Donald came in, as Donald was prone to do, screaming, "Sit down!" We formed a circle, we sat down, and Donald said, "We are forming our own theater. No more boards. I'm going to pick the shows. I'm going to direct the shows. I'm going to cast the shows. I need money." Mark Silverberg said, "My dad's pick and pay. You've got seed money." Barry Silverman said, "I'll be the business manager and do the public relations." And then Don did a deep sigh and said, "Okay, anyone have any brilliant ideas for a name?" And we all kind of sat there and threw out these ideas, and someone said, "How about Dobama?" And everyone looked at them and said, "What?" And they said, Donald, Barry, Mark. Later, the Ma turned out to be Maryland. And as far as I know, I was there, and that was the founding of Dobama. Donald decided, even though we didn't have a theater to perform it in, that we would do a show called Five Finger Exercise. We went out and found that we could rent Chagrin Valley Little Theater, where we did our first show. Don's second choice was Rape of the Belt, which we also did there. Following that, we had no place to go. My uncle owned the Quad Hotel, and we found out that it was going to be closed down, and we got permission to use the bar and the ballroom to do our shows, and that's where we stayed until Dobama moved into the bowling alleys on Cedar Road when they knocked down Quad Hall Hotel. I have two favorite memories. One was when we pulled out the boards of the bowling alley to form the theater. I still have, I think, some splinters in my fingers. My second was the first show that I did at Dobama, The Torchbearers, was a rather interesting show. The set had to fall down on the stage, except that we were doing another round, so there wasn't any set. So Don came up with all these cockamamie ideas of how pieces would fall from the set, and we'd have to dodge around them and pick them up, and in one of them, a piece supposedly hit me, and I wound up unconscious on the floor with Marilyn Bianchi trying to pick me up. Donald was the most brilliant director I have ever worked with. He had insights that no one else had. He could look at a script and just find those little nuances, those little things to do where it just made you so much better an actor. And I remember Donald always sitting at the back of the theater, and if we weren't loud enough, we would hear his lovely voice screaming, "I can't hear you!" And we obviously knew that we needed to project. I know this is going to sound strange, but I really believe that the spirit of Donald is all around us. This place exists because of the spirit of Don. Every time that I leave a show, my first reaction is to ask myself, what would Don think about that? I think that Don would be very proud of the fact that Dobama has continued to do what he had set out to do, which was not do traditional shows, to do shows that stretch the audience, that stretch the actors, that stretch the technical people, that stretch the directors. I know it's a challenge, and lots of people would rather come and see Neil Simon and laugh, but that's not what Donald was all about, and that's not what Dobama should be all about. It's important to me because I was there at the start, and I am overjoyed by the fact that it's continuing, and that it's continuing with Don's philosophy. Why is it important to the community? The Playhouse has its role, Great Lakes has its role, Dobama has its unique role. I don't think I realized that 60 years ago, when Dobama was founded, that I'd be sitting here now saying, happy 60th birthday.
you.